I decided on this that the quality of the video doesn't really even matter. Because I'm just outside smoking a cigarette, so it's like, this is mostly going to be talk anyway. I finished up the trying to get some light in this. I finished up the part of the legs that I hadn't done yet, the knees up. And this Veet stuff, man, it's like when I did my arms, which is another story even in and of itself. I had just used a razor, you know, and just trying to find things that are typically female. Took a bath instead of a shower because I like that, and lit candles because I like that, you know. I'm not really allowed to do it a whole lot because people make fun of you, you know, and it doesn't feel good, so you just kind of either you hide it or you just, you know, take the risk. But I wanted to do my arms too, because even though I had the bottom part of my legs there and I could reach down and kind of feel my calf and know that I had finally done something feminine, really, I wanted to do the arms because they're right there in front of me. And I'm a hairy guy, so every time I see like lots of body hair, there's just really no, you know, denying that it's hard to view myself as a female if I'm covered in, you know, I don't know. So I work at a pretty old and respected pizzeria in the city I live in, and that means I deal with a lot of flour. Like every time you put a new dough ball through to make a crust for a pizza, covered in flour. And it got stuck in my arm hair, and like it was, I mean, it was gross. Even like you know, like bread dough stuck in my arm hair. So I talked to my boss about it, thinking that I might be able to be like, I'm thinking about shaving my arm so this doesn't get stuck in there. And he was like, yeah, he has a sleeve on his arm of tattoos, and he pointed out that he already had, because of the sleeve tattoo, he kept that one arm shaved all the time, but then he shaved the other one just to keep them matching. And he even was like, you know, Nair's got one for men. I don't know if that's true. It didn't really matter to me. But, so when I was doing the arms, this stuff's like toxic waste. I mean, you get like 3 to 6 minutes, and then it starts chemically burning you. And I've heard about this before. It was a lot like when you're playing Tetris, and you get to where there's too many lines on the screen and the music speeds up and they put the pressure on. It felt like that because I waited about 3.5 minutes and then I, you know, spatula'd off this arm. But by the time I was done doing that, it was already like 5.5 minutes, and that's way too long for it to be on this arm. So I, when I did the knees up on both legs here, I did them one at a time. But there's still just a fucking ton of hair to be dealt with. Now that that's over, I got a basis to start with, and I'm looking at other things too now, you know? Like, starting a transition is a difficult thing for me. I still sound like a dude, I look like a dude, don't feel like a dude, but I never really have. I don't even, you know, there's little things I want to work on as far as not being more feminine intentionally, but just allowing myself to be feminine in ways that I wouldn't allow myself before. Like, I sway when I walk. And I don't know, I guess it's just a natural thing, but when I was real young, like 3rd grade, walking home from a playground, and my sister was, she was like 5 years older than me. There was this dude that she hung out with, like her age, and I wasn't that old, but as I was walking home, he started making fun of me for walking like a girl. And since then, I've kind of increased my stance a little bit over the years so that I can stop that sway from happening, because people, I don't know, they didn't make me feel right about it, and I didn't feel right about it, so I stopped doing it. But as far as beginning to transition now, I didn't want to do it dumb. I didn't want to just go out and buy a glamour dress and fucking tease my hair and try to be all feminine beauty, because even if I was born a girl, I don't think I would have been one of those chicks that's into looking really hot all the time. I mean, even as a guy, I'm not trying to sex anybody out. I'm not trying to wear really fancy business suits or all that. I mean, I generally just dress in fucking whatever happens to be clean that day. And clean means that it hasn't been worn more than 4 days in a row, basically. But there's like a store in town that caters mostly to like hippie chicks, and my girlfriend got a really cool obvious, like, it's like a purse, but it's obviously for a girl, and there's these backpacks to go with them, and I wanted one because I liked them, but I didn't buy them because they're obviously for a chick. I mean, they were obviously for a chick, but now I'm just gonna fucking buy it because I don't know. There's a lot of little things, but this one's getting a little long for just being people staring at the half of my face they can see from the porch light and me blabbing on about shit that I haven't really even put through my head all the way yet. So I'm gonna cut it off, upload it.